Hi Libra, this is Monique with Puissant Ascension, and we're getting ready to look into your money. But first, let's chime. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This reading's for you. My readings are timeless, so when you find them is when you are meant to find them. A big shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for your support. And for everyone who's liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, donating, and booking your personal readings, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Really quick, I want to give a big thank you to everyone who has been sending my mother well wishes on her recovery. She's doing a lot better. And I haven't taken the time to say thank you. I've been thanking people in the comments, but I just wanted to go on record and say thank you so much for your prayers, your good energy, your positive energy that you've been putting out and giving to my mother. So yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Is there another announcement? Yes, one more announcement and then I'm done, I promise. So for those of you who are interested in booking a personal reading with me, now's the time to do it because I'm currently offering 50% off. This sale is going to be ending soon because it ends at the end of Gemini season. So if you are feeling called and desiring to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website is in the description. Click on the link, scroll, take your time to scroll to see which readings resonate the best for you, and then book your reading and use the 50% off code Gemini 9. All right, so link in the description and book your reading today, and I will have that to you this week. If you book your reading today, today's Monday, so yeah, I'll have it to you probably by Wednesday. And for those of you who've booked your readings already over the weekend, you should have your readings in your inbox. If you're new to me, then check your spam, check your junk, just in case. And yeah, all is good. Let's get into it, shall we? Ancestors, guides, angels, this reading is for my high vibrational Libras regarding their money and financial opportunity, Spirit. What messages do you have for Libra regarding their money and financial opportunities, please, Spirit? Make it clear. This is for Libra regarding their money and financial opportunities. What? Libra, are you seeing this? And look at you with the Queen of Swords representing Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Oh my goodness, Libra. Something really monumental, something huge, massive is coming in towards you here. This is going to really fill up your cup, so to speak, where it's overflowing. Some of you could already be in the overflow, right? And because you are in this beautiful overflow of abundance, right? Optimism and seeing the glass half full and just allowing things to kind of roll off your back like a duck, your financial abundance is coming and is being dropped into your lap. It's like coming from the heavens and being delivered to you on a silver platter, okay? A diamond encrusted gold platter even. And I love this because you deserve it, Libra. I feel like a lot of you know this energy is coming in towards you. This is why you're ready. You're clear because we have the sword of clarity here. And you're ready for this next chapter. You're ready for this next level. You're balanced, right? Especially emotionally, because again, you're coming from your overflow. I love this, Libra. Tell us more, Spirit. And I feel like with the Three of Swords poking out, it could have been after a time of a lot of disappointment, right? Things not necessarily going as they should for you. I feel like that's over now, right? Out with the old, in with the new kind of energy. And I feel like it has a lot to do, Libra, with you changing your perspective. Okay, look at that. Speaking of a change of perspective, all right, with the 10 of Swords, endings and beginnings. Some of you could have cut out communication, all right, with people from your past that you've outgrown, and you're moving forward. And this comes down to clarity, okay? Some cards are sticking out. I'm just going to flip them and see what they are. I'm not going to put them out because I don't have enough space on the table. I'm using my jumbo cards because I haven't used them in a while. Ooh. Okay, this is what I'm getting. What's at the bottom? Yeah. There are some people that once had access to you, Libra, that are really devastated. That's the word that I'm hearing. They're in their head. I'm seeing devastated in my mind's eye. Big capital, all caps, white letters, like devastated. Because either you've lost touch or you've cut them off, you've moved away from them, perhaps travel took you away. And I think it's mainly because you've been focusing on you. You've been focusing on your growth. You've been focusing on becoming the best version of yourself. You've been focused on your money and your career. And I feel like some of you just haven't had time to nurture or even cultivate existing relationships. So you kind of just moved away from it. And there are some people in your energy who's devastated by this. Between you and me, Libra, I feel like these people who are devastated, they didn't have enough going on in their life, whilst you do. You're just very busy, you're very popular, you're focused on your career, you're focused on your money, and these people weren't as ambitious, which is okay, right? Not everyone has to be ambitious, but you were just lacking compatibility. And so by you moving away with travel or new work, they feel like abandoned, but you're just on two different life paths now, and that's okay. They just have to understand that. The Page of Swords is poking out underneath too. I don't know if you guys can see that, which leads me to believe that these people or this person are kind of like watching you. I'm hearing cyber stalk. I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. Cyber stalk. Yeah. Yeah, look at this. You've elevated, you've upgraded, you're the Empress, Libra. You're getting to your bag with ease and effortlessness. And these people don't understand you, they don't understand that. But it just means you've outgrown one another, that's all. And then we have the Sun here. You're moving on to bigger and better horizons, and that's okay, right? You outgrow people, that's just what happens. I mean, unless you're the kind of person, there's nothing wrong with this either, but unless you're the kind of person who stays in the same town for a million years, you know the same people, you have a strong community and this, that, and the other, 9 times out of 10, if you're a city slicker, you're going to be meeting new people along the way, okay? And that's just what it is, okay? I do like the idea of having like close-knit communities as well, but then that could also be a bit suffocating as well, depending on how it's handled, right? Because usually with that, people are afraid of change. They're afraid of new things. They're afraid to travel. They're afraid to leave their backyard, right? Which can be a little, I mean, it could be good for some people and it could be dangerous and suffocating for others. Find out where you fit. We're all uniquely created, so we all have our thing. And that's that, right? Let's clarify, Spirit. This is for Libra regarding their money and financial opportunities. What messages do you have for Libra, Spirit, regarding their money and finances? Tell us more, Spirit. Yeah, so with the 8 of Swords, I feel like for a lot of you, these are people outside of you that you're no longer in contact with. Right? They're in their feelings, they're in their head, perhaps sleepless nights. It's very dramatic, but you know, everybody's different. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So some of you are receiving some sort of justice. Some of you could be receiving a financial settlement, some sort of financial restitution with the Knight of Pentacles. All right, and then we have the 9 of Cups, giving that wish fulfillment here. Beautiful. Yeah, I feel like for you, Libra, things are really beginning to move and shake in your favor. And you just had to leave some people behind, and they're devastated about that. But, you know, what can you do? You can only live your life for you. We have the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Love that. Because it's kind of confirming for me, not kind of, it is confirming for me the Ace of Cups that we saw earlier. So there's that. Okay, confirmation with the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. And then we have the 4 of Wands, yeah. So some of you could have moved into a new home, moved away, decided to leave a family home is what I'm hearing strongly. And this could be why someone is devastated. I feel like if you decided to leave a family home and someone is devastated, they're being very dramatic. They're being very dramatic because obviously you're leaving because it wasn't working out for you there, or you're leaving because you found something else, or you're leaving because you're relocating. So this person could just be very dramatic here. Okay, it's giving Virgo energy. It's also giving Cancer energy, Aries energy. Okay, for me. So you could be dealing with the Virgo, Aries, Cancer person who's a little dramatic. And then there's the Page of Swords there. Okay, again, that watcher energy. People, places, and things just kind of cyber stalking is what I got earlier. I'll do what I did in Gemini's reading. I'll clarify because that's with this deck. It just makes life a bit easier. Tell us more about the 10 of Swords, please, for Libra regarding their money. Okay. Some of you could have ended things with a King of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Yeah. Some of you ended things with this King of Wands person because they were perpetuating confusion. They weren't being clear. And the only thing that you wanted was clarity. Perhaps this is somebody you were living with. This could have been a partner. And this person kept you in limbo. You weren't able to rest around this person because they constantly had you in your head here with the 9 of Swords. Yeah, good for you, Libra. If you've left this situation or if you're thinking about leaving it, definitely put actions to your thoughts and leave. Because if you're in any situation where it's creating confusion and convolution and it's devoid of clarity, it gotta go. Because that causes mental illnesses and that causes mental instability. And nobody has to deal with that. Nobody should deal with that. Okay? So some of you ended things with the fire sign who was a bit inconsistent. Okay? Knight of Pentacles. This is for Libra. Okay, there's another worry work card. We have the 9 and now we have the 8. Some of you could be in your head about finances, something that's taking longer than you thought it would take, all right? Again, I'm just hearing some sort of settlement or some sort of restitution taking longer. Yeah, but there's a judgment being made in your favor here. So Spirit is just telling you, Libra, to garner strength, roll with the punches, all right? Allow things to come to the forefront. Clarify the 9 of Cups, please. Okay, there's strength again. Tell us more. And the 2 of Cups, yeah. Some of you, I'm getting 2 different things. Some of you could be embarking upon a new relationship, but there is some external conflict because there are people who do not want to let go. With the 5 of Wands, catfight energy and death, giving that Pluto, Scorpio energy. Okay? Someone not being willing to let go. Right? What's the outcome of the 2 of Cups, please, for Libra, Spirit? 5 of Wands again. Page of Wands down. More conflict? Ooh, and the 5 of Pentacles, yeah. I feel like this person, if you guys ended a business relationship or even like a romantic relationship, it's like there's some sort of contractual agreement that needs to be sorted out. Somebody could be taking someone to court for this. Okay. I'm also getting that because if you've moved out because someone wasn't being clear or you're moving for a new opportunity, this person could become homeless or destitute because you moved out. Like they were relying on your money to pay the bills. Okay? Ace of Cups for Libra. Excuse me. The Lovers. Okay, and the Ten of Pentacles. For those of you who are single as a Pringle ready to mingle, specifically not recently out of something that was a little sticky, but you've been single for a while, maybe 4 months. No, 4 months is not really a long time to be single. I'm getting more so 4 years or longer. You could be embarking upon a new relationship, a new harmonious relationship, where you're both like that term equally yoked, where you just have a lot in common. You're very compatible. Your finances are similar, or someone may have more than enough finances to subsidize. Okay? So someone may have a lot of money and you may not need a lot of money because this person wants to kind of take you under their wing. Right? Everyone's story is different, so find out what fits. And then we have the Star. Yeah, I feel like for you, Libra, like it's a mixed bag for everyone. Some of you are just getting out of a situation where this person needed you to contribute, and now that you're gone, they're basically gonna go broke. But that's not your problem. They have their life lesson to learn, and perhaps by you entertaining them, you were prolonging that, and now they're going to be meeting their life lesson. So don't feel guilty about that unless you're their like mother. And even then, if you're their mother, you know, that's a little different, because I feel like when you bring children into the world, you're always a mother or a father, you know. But if this is someone who did not come out of you or come from you, they're going to have to learn their life lesson as is. I mean, yeah, even if they are your children, they have to learn some things on their own as well, you know. For others of you, like I said, you could be embarking upon a new romantic relationship, and this could be very beneficial to you. Perhaps you're moving in with this person, okay? Others of you here could be dealing with like a dismantlement of a relationship, and this person could be like fighting for their life to stall the inevitable, or the inevitable, excuse me. So find out where you fit, Libra, with that. If this reading does resonate for you, book your personal reading today. Take 50% off, honey. And, you know, I'll have your reading to you by this week, most likely Wednesday, depending on what other readings I have to do today. But yeah, typically by Wednesday. So find out where you fit with that. Links in the description. Go to my website, scroll, and book your reading today. Spirit, anything else you want to say to Libra before we wrap it up? Overall, Libra, things look good. I feel like for those of you who are single as a Pringle ready to mingle, you have your mind on your money on your mind, honey. You're coming into a very fruitful time. For those of you who still have baggage to deal with, it's okay. We've all, you know, had baggage once upon a time. And, you know, life is full of baggage. You just have to clear it out, clear out the clutter. Okay, clear out the cache of life. So take it with a grain of salt, right? But for those of you who are past the shenanigans, mind's on your money, money's on your mind, a lot of really good things are coming into you now. Some of you could be getting recognition for the things you put out into the world. As I said before, others of you could be establishing a beautiful and bountiful relationship or a business partnership that really helps to line your pockets. Find out where you fit. Yep, some of you are moving into a new home, and congratulations. Wow. Others of you are literally hitting the jackpot. Are you kidding me, Spirit? Now, let me be clear. The jackpot is different for everyone. For some of you, it could be a lottery jackpot. For others of you, it could be, you know, the jackpot on getting, you know, the job of your dreams and getting paid, you know, $800,000 a year perpetually. For others of you, it could be marrying into money, right? Yeah. Right? So find out where you fit. Everyone's life is different. There's no need to be judgmental. Everybody's story is different. If everybody's story was meant to be the same, this would be a boring world. So some people will marry into money. I'm hearing an oil tycoon, also a tech tycoon. Okay? Some of you could be winning a top prize or a large prize in the lottery. Others of you could be getting a job promotion. But if you want to know for certain the energies that are surrounding you, I'd say book your personal reading if you are feeling called to it. Book your money reading. And if you have questions, you can book a reading where you can ask specific questions as well. That's on my website too. So, you know, boom. Onwards and upwards, moving forward, forward movement, or moving on, forward movement. I know that's right, Spirit. And then bottom of the deck, slice and dice queen. Zero tolerance for shenanigans. All right, Libra, I have a busy day today, so I'm going to leave this here. But thank you all for watching. Again, feel free to book your personal reading if you are feeling called to. If you are not feeling called to book a reading, do not book. If you are, definitely book. Now's the time, honey. You can take 50% off. Link in my website. Link in the description. Link to my website. Link to my website in the description. There we go. We got it out. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.